Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm going to be talking about one of the affordances of the e-learning environment, and that is the affordance of collaborative intelligence and what it is and what it's not. So if you're interested in this topic, then please keep on watching. Okay, so collaborative intelligence is one of the affordances of the e-learning environment, and I wanted to share what it is and what it's not. So this is modeling a concept attainment activity where we actually help our students to understand a concept by looking at examples and non-examples, or sometimes we use yes and no examples. So let me just move myself out of the way here so that we can see what it is. Let's start off with what it is. I think a lot of the time we focus on what something is and we neglect to show our students what it's not so that they can see the non-example. So what it is peer-to-peer learning. So it is to do with your students working together, either in pairs or small groups. It also is sourcing from social memory so that the memory of the collaborative group is actually increased. It is also knowledge collaboration and social learning so that all the students get together and share their understanding and their knowledge, and they create a social learning environment as a result. Collaborative intelligence is fostering dynamic opportunities for learning communities so that your students can maybe constantly change or they can actually interact in many different ways. Social interaction that supports meaning making. So in collaborative intelligence, the social interaction is very purposeful and intentional, and it really supports students to be able to make meaning of different concepts. So let's go to the other side of the concept attainment. Collaborative intelligence is not individual cognition and individual intelligence. I think that's an obvious one. That's not to say that we don't give our students opportunities to think by themselves, but I think there are a lot of benefits to using collaborative intelligence. So it's basically based on the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts. Collaborative intelligence is not fixed and static. It's something that can grow. So it's like a growth mindset in that we can actually grow and develop our collaborative intelligence. And collaborative intelligence is not just group work with no norms or protocols set up. So just because we put our students in a group doesn't mean that that's going to be successful or that that's going to necessarily enhance learning. We've got to ensure that there are norms, essential agreements, or some kind of protocols and expectations set up. And that will, I think, guarantee the success of collaborative intelligence. Collaborative intelligence is not without teaching or cognitive presence. And that's from the community of inquiry framework, where we have three very important elements that we need to include in the online environment. One is the teaching presence, one is the cognitive presence, and one is that social presence that we need in the online environment. And lastly, collaborative intelligence is not just a classroom technique that you do once a week. It should be something that is embedded, a philosophy in your practice, that you allow social interaction with a purpose and intention of helping students to understand deeper and better in terms of concepts. And it's something that hopefully you've integrated throughout your practice. So if you've got any suggestions on how you encourage collaborative intelligence in your classroom, then please feel free to put a comment in the section below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time.